praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister Sugar Free. Mom, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala, always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side. Getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers, you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul. Peace to the family, peace to my comrades. And it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO boxing fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaron Boots Ennis has made a statement. What is the statement our brother have made? Number one, Lima never belonged in the ring with him in the first place, but our brother did what he was supposed to do. What is the second statement that Jaron Boots Ennis made? The second statement that brother made is that I am not Roy Jones. I am not Terrence Crawford, but I am Jaron Boots Ennis, the fighting pride of Philadelphia. I am Jaron Boots Ennis, the new smoke to duck at 154. I am Jaron Boots Ennis, the son of Bozy Ennis. So what do I think about this? I think it is time for Eddie Hearn to do his job. I think it's time for Eddie Hearn to stop being in the way and acting like it's always the other side from keeping his fighter from getting these great fights. Now, before I lay the foundation of what I want to speak to the family about, I hope you all are having a great Sunday. All praise is due to the Most High. But I also want to say, when we call out fighters for ducking the smoke, or we call them out for not daring to be great, when they do what they're supposed to do, we need to uplift them just as much. But I have to tell you all something, honestly. I feel a way about Eddie Hearn and the post-conference that I saw, the post-conference after the fight. And I just want to give the family a chance to come in. I see you all coming in. Salute Jose Diaz. Salute my brother Drew Titan. Salute Dr. Cameron Fields is in the house. Salute my brother Patrice X. Come on in, family. You all already know the seats are first come, first serve. Get you a good seat. Come on in. And family, I want to do something a little different today, because let me tell you what's about to happen. Throughout the week, people are going to make a lot of assumptions, and you all are going to have to be on your A game. Eddie Hearn is so slick in the way he talks that he can make you forget the question in the beginning. He can make you forget everything that was said or done, because all he has to do is smile, and the media falls for it. The media starts laughing. So before I deal with that, I have to give a shout out to the champ. Have to give a shout out to Jerron Boots Ennis. But family, you all know I always come with evidence. So first, let's see how Jerron Boots did Lima in this first round. Handling his business how he should. Let me add that to the stage real quick, family. Y'all know I'm getting better. I'm getting faster at it.
Found by Ennis. Beautiful uppercut. He got dropped in round number one. Right away. This crowd is on fire. And so is Ennis. And down again goes Lima. And maybe he is the best fighter we've ever seen. Eddie Hearn seems to think so. There's a straight shot. I thought Lima was going to land it, but he got caught by Ennis. Beautiful uppercut. He got dropped in round number one.
So shout out to Jerron for handling his business. And after the fight, Boots calls out the smoke that he wants next. Now let me turn down the background music just a little bit, because I feel like I'm yelling. Now, matter of fact, I'm going to grab a pen myself, and we're going to go over this together. Give me 1 second, fam. Well, I stepped away for a second and everybody left. God dog, family. All right. Well, for those who are going to watch the live, I got my notebook, right? And I want us to go over just a few timestamps of the post press conference after Boots handled business. All right. So in the words of when I listen to Eddie Hearn, shout out to the doc. Okay, I'm getting some other readings from my phone, so maybe it's a lag. I need to stop looking at that. All right, so let's see our brother Boots and who he called out, because I don't want anyone to say, Coach, there you go again, making things up. There Coach go again, just saying stuff. So this is our brother Boots. There he is. Share at the stage. All right, here we go.
154 is mine. I'm on tour. Just go on head next. I know he got his fight coming up. He focused on his fight, and if you don't win, I'll fight Luma. I'll fight the winner of that. But I want Virgil Ortiz next. And if we can't get Virgil Ortiz next, I heard that Baby Cub was calling me out too. Charlo, he can get it next. Fundora. What's his name?
Baccarat.
Marshall. The IBF champ, he can get it. Everybody 154 can get it. I'm missing somebody. Who I'm missing? Xander can get it. Anybody 154, I'm belt chasing. This is my division. 154 is mine. I'm on tour. Just go ahead, man.
All right, family. Now, I need every single person who I told to get you a pen and some paper. It's time for us to go to work. The first thing I want you to notate, even if you don't have a pen or paper, I want you to notate it in your mind. What did you all just hear our brother Boo say? He gave an order. He gave a specific name that he wants. He said, if I can't get Virgil, I want that baby cub that's been saying my name, talking about Charlo. He said, if I can't get Charlo, I will fight Bakram. Okay. He didn't say nothing about no Zaya. He didn't say nothing about these other guys that Eddie started talking about at the post press conference. I got you, my brother Drew. Brother Drew said YouTube be messing with the number sometime. Okay, now family, the evidence that I'm about to lay down is going to be ever so clear of what the intentions are. Now, I said this a few weeks ago when we were critiquing one of our own, like we do. And there's nothing wrong with that because we're doing it out of love and asking our fighters to carry the same weight as the ones who have come before them. But I was watching this interview, family, and I remember the Isley Brothers got a song where Brother Ron says, who the hell you think you fooling? Who the hell do you think you are fooling? Try to slick a can of oil, who you think you're fooling? Now, I want to show you all something. If you did not watch the interview, the post interview, shout out to Fight Hub. Okay. Now, the great thing is Coach Hudson is already going through the whole interview, and I picked out the most important clips I think we need to pay attention to. Now, the first clip is at the 6-minute mark, and I want you all to listen, just listen to what is being said. Okay?
Put a positive spin on it. I'm the best in the business. He's the best in the business.
Facts.
I'm going to do my job. He's going to do his job.
Facts.
And I've got to do my job because I don't want to miss this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to fucking enjoy every moment of watching him become the pound for pound number one.
Yes.
Next one. Yes.
Eddie, Kevin Garcia, Cater Puerto Rican kid.
Now, I want every person to notate what Eddie just said. And we're going to go on up to about the 8-minute mark, a little bit before that. And I want you to just listen, family. All you have to do is follow the sport, follow what they say, like I've been saying the past few weeks. Everything on YouTube, all of these interviews, all of the content creator lives and videos on the sport of boxing since COVID has been keeping this sport alive. Okay. Now, Jose Diaz said, I still don't trust Eddie Hearn. And Jose Diaz has every right to believe that. He has every right to think that. And by the time I get done with this video, you're going to agree with Jose Diaz, because who remembers what Eddie, let me calm down, y'all. We ain't there yet. Let me calm down. Who remembers what Eddie told Brian Norman Sr.? Remember what he said, that these fighters need to have the ambition. These fighters just need to be ready to take what they give. Right? Now, I want you all to pay very close attention to these timestamps.
A weekend, Madison Square Garden. Have some of that. All of Philly will come up to MSG for that fight. Zayas is a great young fighter. I believe Zayas has ambition to test himself.
Now, family, did Boots, now remember, I need you all to keep up. Did Boots say anything about some damn Zayas? Or did Boots say he wants Virgil or Charlo? Pay attention. Let me turn the music down just a little bit more because I need you all to hear this and pay close attention to what's about to happen.
With the best. So,
what's the bigger fight for you financially? Is it Zayas in New York or is it Virgin in
either. I mean, Zayas comes with a belt, right? Don't forget that Virgil is an interim world champ. So's Boots now. So, you know, I want him to win world titles, become unified. But really, you know, I'm important in this equation. This is the boss. So he will make the decisions. I don't think he really minds, but, you know, he's the guy that you should be asking. Who do you prefer? Zayas, Ortiz, Fundora, Mertzalaya?
It don't matter. I'm on tour right now. Just bring me whoever you want. Whoever take.
Yeah, whoever.
Objection. Objection. No. Negative, Boots. That is not what you should have said. Because over the last year, people have called you a duck. Over the last year, people have said that you haven't been chasing the spoke, knowing the whole time it has been Eddie in the way. You never let a promoter tell the people in front of the whole media press that, hey, you know, I don't think Boots care. You know, Boots, what do you want? And then Boots says, hey, man, I'm on tour. Whatever you want. No, Boots. No. Brother, you are the talent. What was that, family? No, you don't tell. Family, do you all not understand what just happened? Do you all not see what is happening right in every press conference after Boots fights? Do you all not understand what is happening? First of all, Boots said in his post-fight interview, who he wanted. And he did another interview backstage saying who he wanted. He didn't say nothing about no damn Zayas. And watch this. Now, Eddie Hearn's talking about, well, you know, Zayas would have Puerto Rico behind him. And we could go up to New York and this, that, and the third. Well, how come Norman Jr. couldn't get that same thing and you all come to Atlanta and it would have sold out? Wait. See, I keep showing you all that man is double-minded and double-tongued. But see, here's the thing. It don't matter what I say. Boots should have looked him in the face and looked the cameras in the face and said, I want Virgil Ortiz or Charlo next. Plain and simple. I'm the one that you all are comparing to Terrence Crawford. I am the one that you all comparing to Roy Jones. You all let these guys get too comfortable. These promoters, these commentators, all they got to do is smile and hee ha ha, and the whole room is just, nah, man. Let me keep going, family. Now that's at the 8-minute mark. I hope you all are following. That's at the 8-minute mark. Now let's go up to the 11-minute mark. Go up to the 11-minute mark.
Adamant about bringing young talent from Philadelphia along on these shows, and for them guys to get 2 main card slots was amazing for them tonight.
Yeah, my question, my name is Chris Murray from the Philadelphia Sunday Sun and for WURD Radio. Bozy, you always talk about wanting to see different things in your fighter. How would you view Boots' evolution as a fighter, especially with tonight's fight? And Boots, I would ask that question of you as well. How would you view his evolution as a fighter?
That caught Bozy off guard.
Well, Boots always been better at everything. Nothing changes. It's according to who he's fighting. You know what I mean? If you seen fight somebody.
Now, family, I don't know who these brothers were in the press, but they were asking the right questions to the point where eventually you could see the frustration on the whole team's face throughout the press conference. The more they started asking the questions that usually we wouldn't hear these kind of questions until we got on YouTube Monday morning. The reporter asked Bozy, he said, Bozy, you speak a lot about the fighters getting better. With the competition that Boots has been fighting, what have you seen get better? Ooh. Now, Bozy answers with, well, you know, he gets better at everything. You know, he says, it gets better at everything. That's not a real answer. There is no defense because the brother ain't really been tested yet. And Boots cleans it up and says, well, you know, I'm always trying to get better. I can learn something from a kid because I'm humble enough to learn. Now, that was a great way to answer it. But at the end of the day, the press is setting the foundation, letting it be known, hey, brother, we're proud of you. But listen, it's time for some smoke now. I told you all 2 days ago he was going to step on Lima because Lima does not take his head off the straight line. He's tailor-made to be knocked out. First round, Boots steps on him. Let's keep going. Let's go up to the 16-minute mark. Watch this.
In this fight, but they ain't gonna fight Boots.
When will the talks with Dana White begin?
Dana White about what?
Well, what, UFC?
Huh?
Since Dana White's now getting into boxing.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're not interested. I mean, we're real boxing. No, I'm serious. You know, we don't want to change the ring. We don't want to change the Muhammad Ali. You know.
So at the 16-minute mark, Eddie Hearn, you know, craps on Dana, lets it be known, you know, that his intentions and Dana White's intentions are nothing aligned. Hold on, family. It's another clip.
And there's not one fight that he would turn down now. And now it's time. And if we can do it here, fantastic. But I think it's likely you'll see him on the road. This week, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, let's get Lubin.
Bigger guy. He was a bigger guy. He fought at 60 a couple.
Mertzalive, Fundora, Zayas.
All right, family. I'm not going to try to go through the whole video to find this, but this last piece at 1950.
I think Ben Whitaker's a superstar at that point. And you have a
Yeah, listen, that's like right now. I think this is prime 54. 60 is going to be no problem. 68 starts to become, but you know, true greats like him only get beat or get competitive when they go too far in weight. Do you know what I mean? So we don't really need to do that. What we need to do is rack up all the belts at 54. I want him to become a 3-division undisputed champion. We couldn't become undisputed at 47, but we unified. So that's great. But 3-4 division champion.
Now, family, if you all go back and you watch the interview, the media asked Eddie Hearn about something that I asked you all 2 weeks ago. I said, why doesn't Eddie Hearn try to set up a fight between Conor Benn and Boots, or at least one of his well-known UK stars? Now, in the interview, Eddie says, I don't want to put Boots in there with my British guys. He says it straight up. He has no intentions of having them fight Boots. Okay. So let's say Boots becomes undisputed at 154. What good are you to Boots if you're saying he's going to be a global superstar? You don't want to put him in there with your top guys. So where we going, Eddie? This is why Boots has to start saying exactly what he wants in front of the press. Because, brother Boots, what they're going to do is they're going to put all the responsibility right back on you. Because Eddie just asked you in front of the media, brother, who would you rather have, Zayas or Ortiz? And instead of you saying, listen, these are the two I want, Virgil Ortiz or Charlo, you said, hey, man, I'm on a tour. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, boss. I know y'all don't like that. I know that's rough. I know that's rough to hear, but that's how they think. Man, where's that last question that reporter asked?
I mean, he a bigger guy. He was a bigger guy. He's
Then pinpoint in terms of.
It's this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to fucking... Absolutely. Absolutely. I've noticed you've asked me a lot of questions.
There it is.
Everyone's been generally
Now, let me
negative.
back this up
So
for
we're
you
gonna
all.
put
Then pinpoint.
Listen to this question.
Because you need a marquee opponent for his next fight. I mean, who would be the two other guys that you would pick out?
Mertzalive, Fundora, Zayas, Abu, anyone with a belt.
Yeah, but are any of those guys realistic options?
Absolutely.
On the other
Absolutely. I've noticed you've asked me a lot of questions this week. Everyone's been generally negative. So we're going to put a positive spin on it. I'm the best in the business. He's the best in the business.
Facts.
I'm going to do my job. He's going to do his job.
facts.
And I've got to do my job because I don't want to miss this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to fucking enjoy every moment of watching him become the pound for pound number one.
Yes.
Next question. Yes.
Now, I don't know if you all just witnessed what just happened. But like I said, the media at this post press conference was real boxing media asking real questions. This wasn't like a post press conference in Vegas or New York. Those brothers in that room were asking Eddie the tough questions. Now, I want Eddie hurried up and said, hey, man, I'm done talking to you. Now, some of you that didn't hear, you might be wondering, what did he ask Eddie for Eddie Hearn to get that upset? This is what he asked him, y'all. All the reporter asked Eddie was, hey, man, Boots needs a marquee fighter next. Nobody wants to see any more of these tune-ups. And I guess because this certain journalist has been asking Eddie these tough questions all week, Eddie gets tight. See, Eddie gets tight. And did you all see what when it came to the pay thing? Oh man, let me see if I can find it. What he says to Boots about how much money he makes.
Is the greatness of the sport of boxing.
Maybe that's what I had
What
at
you're looking
1950.
here is the great.
It's like no. It's like no. Probably 60, 68.
That's like right now.
Years down the line.
I think this is prime 54. 60 is going to be no problem. 68 starts to become. But you know, true greats like him only get beat or get compared to 54. I want him to become, but we're unified. You know, we've got undisputed is.
No, that's not it. Where's the pay? Where's that pay question?
In the UK. Surely business, in your opinion, in England?
I mean,
or
he's
what are your thoughts?
he's two non-Brits, but Brits are massive fight fans. Like,
Family, I don't know what that last one is, but I'm going to tell you what he said. So one of the reporters asked him about pay with him fighting certain fighters. Eddie said that per second, Boots is the highest paid fighter. So Boots kind of laughs it off since like, hey man, you know, what do you mean? So Eddie says, well, think about it. The money you just made in that first round, another fighter would have had to fight a full 36 minutes to make. Now, you all keep thinking he ain't just like his father. You all keep thinking that he doesn't have a plantation mindset if you want. You all keep thinking that he's just doing and saying the nice things that he's saying out the kindness of his heart. He said all this nice crap about Devin Haney at one time too. And as soon as Devin called him out, that venom started coming out of his teeth. Now, family, I'm going to drop the link. The link is in the chat if anyone wants to speak on this. But let me tell you what I think. I think that Boots is a great fighter, number one. I love the fact that his father is there. I do not like the fact that Eddie Hearn is now bragging about Bozy Ennis now training some of his European fighters. I don't like it. But hey, maybe that's the business transaction relationship that they have for Bozy to make his bread. I don't like it, but that's not my business. If that's what Bozy wants to do, cool. But how many times have we seen the European promoters, European fighters become coaches or whatever? They drain the resources from American boxing. Then they make their champions out of them and just crap on ours. Question to you, family. Who trained Tyson Fury for the Wilder fight? Let me ask y'all again. Who trained the Gypsy King Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder? Not just cheat him, but beat him. Who trained him? Was it not Sugar Hill? There you go, Patrice X. Sugar Hill. How many times has this happened in the sport of boxing? I don't like the responsibility that they're going to put on Boots if some more BS happens. Throughout the whole interview, family, let me remove this. Throughout the whole interview, did you all not realize that his goals were not aligning to anything that Boots said? Let me say it again. The promoter's goals wasn't aligning with anything Boots was saying until he asked Boots. And these are the moments. And this is what I'm starting to realize. What Devin Haney, Norman Sr., Terrence Crawford, what they all were saying about trying to do business with them was just displayed in that post press conference. Boots got to stand up. Brother, ain't nobody messing with you in the ring. You're great in the ring. But your business acumen, I'm afraid it might be a little off. Might be a little weak. Y'all not saying nothing? When Eddie Hearn looked over at Boots and said, hey man, I don't really think he cares. Don't get mad at me. Coach ain't making this up. I just showed you the clip. I just showed you what he said to him. Verbatim. He said to the man, I don't think you really care. I mean, he says, I'm just a promoter. I'm not the boss. He's the boss. So in that moment, in front of the media, he is putting the weight back on you. And he says, hey man, you the boss. Who would you rather fight? This is a straight question to you, brother. Who would you rather fight? This guy or Ortiz? And instead of you standing on your square and say, you know what? These are the only two fights I want. Either it's Ortiz or Charlo, who ain't doing nothing right now. And what they're going to do, family, is if it doesn't work out the way he wanted it to work out, they're not going to clip farm what Eddie said or had been saying. They're going to take that little part of that video and say, well, see, Boots said, y'all see what Boots said? Boots said, Eddie, pick for me, basically. And they're going to put all of that crap back on Boots. Don't let that man puppet master you, brother. Through the interview, he keeps trying to bring up Whitaker and Ben and what they're doing. Eddie, you're in America. We don't want to hear nothing about that crap right now. What are you going to do to make sure that Boots gets a marquee fighter next fight? Because you already said we're not going to get Virgil Ortiz for a while. One of the journalists asked, he said, hey, man, if Ortiz beats Lubin, do we get the fight next? Yes or no? We can't get a straight answer. Yes or no, Eddie? We can't get a straight answer. He starts talking about Boots fighting in New York on Puerto Rican Independence Day. We don't care anything about that. Did we ask anything about Puerto Rican Independence Day and him fighting up there? No. We want to see him fight Ortiz or Charlo in Texas or Vegas. There is no other fight at 154 that's going to do bigger numbers, views, and money-wise, and actually be a marquee fighter. Hold on, fam. Let me sip on this green tea. Oh, that's nasty. Ugh. Family, do you all not see the play? Let's think about this together. I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to ask you all these questions. Number one, what do you all think the intentions of Eddie Hearn is? Eddie already said, I can't believe he said this. The man said, I have no intentions of putting him in with my fighters in the UK, not my top fighters. So again, who is the marquee fighter that's going to fight Boots next? I mean, it's a very easy question, Eddie. Boots does all of this work. He does a good camp. He comes in, he handles business. Now it's your turn to fight. Everything ain't supposed to be easy. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, you know, I can't get that side, that side of the street to that. Eddie, stop the BS. You've made huge fights happen in your hometown. I should say in your backyard. So you know what it takes to make a big fight happen. But see, that's a cop-out for him to say, oh, well, you know, the other side, they didn't answer back fast enough. What? They didn't answer back fast enough. So people are asking Eddie real questions. Well, if he can't get Ortiz, who is the next marquee fighter that you are trying to target for Boots, Eddie? That's why the worst thing, sometimes at your highest moments, that's when the enemy comes. Hold on, family. Gotta grab my charge. Over here cooking. Beautiful. We over here cooking, computer about to die. So Eddie, tell us, who's it going to be? It's your time to do your job. And then for him to sit there and tell Boots, man, you getting paid the most per second compared to any other fighter. Look at the money you made in one round that other fighters would have had to fight 36 minutes to make. Man, Eddie, stop playing with that man. That man ain't your slave. That man is not your property. That man is playing in Boots' face. And I don't like it. I'm glad our brother did what he needed to do. But the man is being played with in real time. You never let someone ask you Well, what do you want? And then as a man, as a man doing business, you say, well, whatever you want to do. Our brother Patrice X is in the house. Salute, brother.
Salute, Coach. Uh,
Peace.
man, it's you talked about it yesterday, and it's getting harder and harder to try to support these dudes. But you just mentioned exactly what I was about to talk about, which was the manhood part of it. Boots, what do you look like? And I'm gonna call out Boots' father for this too. What do both of you look like where the guy gives you the option in front of the world to say, all right, what do you want next? And you say, I don't know. You tell us. I don't know. I can't think for myself. That's what it comes off like. And like you said, that's how they talk about us behind closed doors. Eddie Hearn and his father are going to go behind closed doors. They're going to pull out their whiskey and cigar, and they're going to say, hey, you know, I tried to give one of these boys some autonomy in his career, but I just don't think they can think without our guidance. They don't know how to build anything by themselves. They don't know how to actually take control and act like a man. That's how they're going to talk about Boots behind closed doors, whether he realizes that or not. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, because we brought her up yesterday. Clarissa Shields, she has her own promotional company, does she not?
Yes, she does.
Now, how the hell can some of these fighters, who they already know who Bob Arum is, they already know how Eddie Hearn moves, how can Clarissa say, you know what, I'm going to start my own? But some of these male fighters are scared to really step out on their own, or if they have a promoter, are scared to tell that promoter, this is what it's going to be. Here's the fight that I want next. It's crazy. And I hate to say it like this, Coach, but sometimes it has to be said like this. Sometimes we be looking like some straight up hoes, Coach, for real. That's how they talk to us. That little sweet talk that Eddie Hearn did to Boots, where he said, hey, man, you the highest paid fighter. Because, you know, you got it done in 30 seconds. And Boots is like, yeah, you know what? That sounds like something a pimp would say.
Say it again.
That sounds like something the hoe comes back home and he's like, hey, listen, babe, that trick that you just turned, hey, that only let you finish in 20 seconds.
Come
so
on,
really,
Patrice,
you made
talk.
this amount of money. That's what it sounds like, Coach. And he does it with a smile on his face. And so we think we're not getting pimped. That's what it looks like to the world. Like we some hoe letting these people pimp on us and then twist words to make it seem like, oh, okay, I guess I did get paid that. It's embarrassing. And the last one, real quick on this, is the with Eddie Hearn. You talk about what is his plan for Boots going to be. His plan is very obvious. He's going to put Boots on that Anthony Joshua plan. He's going to hide him from the top competition. And when the top competition tries to negotiate with Eddie, Eddie's going to present outlandish, absurd terms that nobody would agree with. And then when those fighters don't agree to those contractual terms, Eddie's going to say, hey, we tried to make the fight, but they just scared of Boots. They don't want to fight Boots. But really, it's because the contract that Eddie's going to be throwing to these fighters is going to be trash. But that's Eddie's plan. He's going to protect what he views as a potential huge moneymaker, just like he saw with Anthony Joshua. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you.
Ooh, bro, let me tell y'all something. When my brother Patrice X come in here, y'all know he about to get me started. Y'all know he about to get me started. My brother is right and exact. That's exactly what we look like in front of the world. We look like hoes. We look like we being pimped when somebody asks us a question and we got to start smiling and whatever you want. Well, whatever you want, Big Daddy. You say exactly what you want, man. Do you or do you not want to be the master of your destiny, or do you need somebody to think for you? What did Eddie Hearn's father say? Eddie Hearn's father said, yeah, I used to have him sign slave contracts. Did he or did he not say that?
Facts.
And y'all think that his son don't think like him? You really believe that his son don't think like him? Whatever you want, Master Tom. Eyes don't know. And no disrespect to Boots as a brother, but man, your fight does not stop in the ring. after you knock somebody's head off. You are in a constant battle with somebody that wants to suck the blood from you and build their success off of your blood and your sweat and your tears. Let me tell you something, black man. Eddie Hearn ain't in camp running with you. Eddie Hearn ain't in there taking punches with you. Eddie Hearn wasn't with you when you were 7 years old, holding up the gloves for the first time with your father. He wasn't there. So what do? They get close to the talent. Let me manage you. Let me direct you. Well, damn it, what are you directing if all of your superstars are in the UK and you don't know what the hell you doing right here in America? Don't talk to me about coach. Let's just keep it boxing. This is boxing. Is this or is this not prize fighting? Focus on the word prize. How do we look as men? Man, turn to you in front of the whole world and give you a chance to say what you want. I don't know. Whatever you want. I'm on a tour. Whatever you want. You said you take care of me. What? What? Come on, family. Think about it. See, I wasn't trying to go there. But we here now. And check this out. If anything go wrong, you know what they gonna do? They gonna drag boots. They ain't gonna say nothing about Eddie. If anything don't go right, they gonna drag boots. They not gonna say nothing about Eddie. They gonna show that little clip. Now that post press conference is almost 30 minutes. And that little section is about maybe 25, 30 seconds. If anything go wrong, they're gonna take that little 30-second clip out of that whole interview, and they're gonna say, see, Eddie gave Boots a chance to say what he want. They're not gonna point out what he said in the ring. They're not gonna point out the interviews he's done where he keeps calling out Ortiz. Keeps calling them out, which I believe he'll step on Ortiz. Ortiz's style is tailor-made for somebody like Boots, but you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna pull that little clip and say, see, y'all, Boots is a duck because Eddie asked him in front of the whole world and he said, hey man, my future is in your hands. Hey man, it's whatever you want to do. Hey man, wherever you want to go, I'll go. You don't ever tell a man like that who father said that I had people sign slave contracts. You take the reins of your own destiny and you drive this ship. This ain't the time to be playing right now. Don't think because you're making millions. Don't think because you're in front of the world, you're famous, you're a celebrity, that the things that's going on in this society does not affect you. Don't be mesmerized and hypnotized by Eddie Hearn's words. The same things he's saying about you, Boots, he said about Devin. And when it looked like that it was now profitable to drag Devin through the mud, what did Eddie Hearn do? Now, mind you, this is when a lot of the other fighters didn't want to work with Eddie. If you all remember, Bill and Devin Haney were one of the first to really go out on a limb and say, you know what, we're gonna do some real business with them at that level. And I'm talking about as soon as it looked like it was okay to drag him, what did Eddie do? He drugged the hell out of Devin Haney. So don't get softened by the smile and the sweet words. See, I'm not somebody that's going to be going around asking and kissing ass to get press passes and all of that. I'm about to tell it how it is, and my people will support me from right here because somebody got to tell it exactly how it is, straight, uncut. Don't filter it down with nothing. Because y'all are acting like you don't see what's going on. Imagine you standing there with your kid. You're doing business. and your child asks you, hey dad, which way are we, which way we're gonna go? And your dad looks at you and says, well, let me ask Master Tom. Let me ask Master Eddie for a second. And I know that's rough. I know you don't like to hear it like that, because you might say, come on, coach, the brother just won. This ain't about that. This is deeper than that. Do you all not understand that that's how they think? That's how they handle our fighters. Like they are slaves on a plantation. They don't give no damn about you. Sitting there letting their sweet words lull you to sleep. Salute to our brother Freedom's Marches in the house. Jose Diaz said Boots has a fight in the ring and another fight outside of the ring with Hearn. You're damn right. I don't care what y'all try to say. Eddie is a carbon copy of his dad. They the same person. And the only reason why you all don't hear or see his pops like that is because of that information that came out of what he said about us. And it would look bad on the company. Now, I don't like a lot of things that Tank might do. But you know one thing Tank was right about is when he said, man, y'all going over there messing with that snake. That man is a snake. And y'all know it. A snake in a nice suit. And it just amazes me that all he got to do is show his teeth and they let their guards down. Family, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. So the next time y'all come to me and you try to say, well, coach, what you think about, Boots doing this and Boots doing that? It look like he's still ducking. I'm going to ask you, have you done your research on Eddie Hearn and his father? That's what I'm going to ask you. I believe that, yes. I believe that and I don't like how quiet Bozy is doing these press conferences. I believe they should be asking him more questions as well. Eddie ain't doing the damn thing. Family, now, y'all in the chat, be honest. Besides us on YouTube, who was hearing about this fight? Besides us in these boxing spaces on YouTube, who was hearing anything about this fight leading up to the fight? And I'll wait. Not only I'll wait, the link is in the chat as well. Freedom's March said, Eddie, the devil with a forked tongue and honey-eyed words. That's right. Jose Diaz, you are right in the exact. Jose Diaz said, honestly, nobody. Now, time out. Eddie, the Village brother said nobody. Now, here's my question, Eddie. If you said during the post-press conference that you are the best, you the best in the business, what the hell are you doing? Are you or are you not the promoter? Patrice X, brother, can you tell us what the promoter's job is?
I mean, the promoter's job is simply to make sure that your fighter is promoted, make sure that people are aware of his skills, make sure people are aware that he exists, and most importantly, people are aware when he has a goddamn fight coming up.
Now, thank you, brother. Now, when Bill Haney is calling into channels, when Bill Haney is doing interviews with everybody, that is what a promoter is supposed to do. I don't remember seeing Eddie doing a damn thing. So how you the best? How you the best promoter when they almost had a hard time selling out that small stadium in his own hometown? How are you the best, Eddie? You ain't the best at nothing but being a man, listen. It don't matter how I feel though at the end of the day, family. This is a fight that Boots got to do. If Boots cannot stand up and look that man in the face and say, listen, stop being so nice to him. It's 2 times Eddie should have been checked during that press conference. The first time was right then when he said, hey, I'm not the boss. He is the boss. Boots should have took that opportunity and said, hey, man, this is what needs to happen. This is how it needs to happen. These are the only 2 fights I want to hear about. The second time he should have been checked is when he sat there, smiled, looked Boots dead in his face and said, hey, man, for 1minute and 36 seconds, you are the highest paid fighter in the sport. How disrespectful was that? Because Boots could have been real nasty about it right then. Boots could have easily said, well, Eddie, to keep it real with you, you did a horrible job of promoting this fight, Eddie. If it was not for the people on YouTube and my fans in Philly, not your fans in Philly, these people ain't come to see you, Eddie. What they said on the Temptations? Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis. We came to see Boots. So what are you doing as a promoter? I don't remember any ads. I don't remember a bunch of commercials. When Netflix was promoting Crawford and Canelo, we were seeing them everywhere. Netflix, ESPN, you can see they spent some money. Now, here's another issue. If millions is not going into promoting, not even millions, if hundreds of thousands of dollars that your company has to be a promoter is not using it, then brother, aren't you robbing the fighter? If you're not spending those funds to actually promote, what is the fighter really paying you for? Besides the contractual agreement in the beginning, what are you doing? See, I say this and I show you all this to show you it's been a puppet master this whole time getting in the way. Yes, we have some fighters that do it to themselves. But why is it our greatest talents always got to go through this crap? And for them to actually be great, either somebody has to reach their hand out and pull them up, or they have to completely sever ties with the Eddie Hearn, with a Bob Arum. If Floyd would have stayed with Bob, ain't no telling. It ain't no telling what would have happened to his career. Because for those of you that don't know, like I showed a few lives ago, Jay Prince had to come along to show Floyd how to get control of his own damn money. Terrence Crawford goes through the same thing with Top Rank. Shakur Stevenson goes through the same thing with Top Rank. Do you or do you not see a pattern? Family, I give a shout out to our brother Boots for doing his job, but the fight is not over. All of us in all of the spaces that we go to, we need to make sure that we don't just critique our own, but don't be afraid to call this double-tongued devil out. Don't get scared now. Ain't nobody else talking but me. He's a double-tongued devil. Lifts you up 1 second, and then when you go through a trial of tribulation, he turning on you. You are the talent. It is you. You are the chosen one. Fighters go through their whole lives with support from the community, coaches, the the church raising money, the gym raising money, trying to get you to the Olympics, getting you to the nationals, raising gas money to get you to the nationals. For you to get to this level, and these blood suckers of resources, talent, they leech, they tie themselves to us and make it seem like that they are the experts of something. The only thing that you should be an expert of is promoting. And all of us have said this, not just on my channel, on many channels. Whether we agree or disagree about a lot, what we all agreed on is this was a bad promotion. A lot of us wasn't talking about the fight till last week. Jose Diaz said Eddie doesn't promote the promotion money. He puts it into his wallet. But shout out to our brother Boots Ennis. Like I said, Boots Ennis, Jerron Boots Ennis has called the smoke. And now, Eddie, you need to do your job. He has made a statement letting it be known that I am not Roy Jones. I'm not Terrence Crawford. I'm Jerron Boots Ennis, the son of Bozy Ennis, the fighting pride of Philadelphia. Brother Patrice X, give us your last words, brother, before we head out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You brought
Take
up
your time.
Puppet Master. Yeah, you brought up the Puppet Master. And here's the thing, Clarissa Shields and Bill Haney have showed you that you don't have to have a puppet master. You can sever those strings from you, and you'll find out once you sever those strings that you can walk all by yourself. Your feet move by themselves. They don't need a string attached to it. Your arms move by themselves. You found out you didn't need some puppet master pulling strings in the first place. And we've seen time and time again, like I just referenced, Clarissa and Bill are doing it now in a big way, and people still aren't taking note of their example. Now, you brought up Boots, and again, this is references to what I mentioned on your last open discussion when I spoke about the women are watching. Boots, what kind of man do you look like going back home to your wife or your girlfriend, whatever you have? You can't give no instructions around the house or no guidance or nothing, because all she's got to say is, wait a minute, Boots, is that your instructions or were those Eddie Hearn's instructions and you're just repeating what he told you? You can't even, all she got to do is pull that card of, I see how you act around them. Coach, you posted on your YouTube post tab, it might have been last week, you posted a female who was sitting in her car and she was like, I see how y'all act around. She's talking about black men. And there's a black woman speaking. She said, I see how y'all act around white men. Y'all don't act with that same energy. Y'all get a smile on your face and act like this and that. I'll keep repeating it. The females are watching and they pick up on that. Now, when it comes to Eddie Hearn and his actions, he was on the interview talking about, I'm the best in the world at this. Now, mind you, when Bill Haney talks like that, that's cocky. That's arrogant. He's this and that. When Eddie Hearn speaks like that, it's, hey, you got to love Eddie, man. He's just a good old this and that. The double standards are so obvious, but like you said, I'm just as disgusted at Bozy, Boots' father, where it's like, wait a minute, you letting this dude, Boots is a grown man. He should have checked that anyways. But as a father, if my son doesn't see that, I should step in and check that. Neither one of them checked that, which is disgusting to me. Now, when you talk about Eddie as a carbon copy of his father, that's exactly what he is, but he's got to do it in a new way, because this ain't when Eddie Hearn's father was coming up where they could be more direct. So you see Eddie's got to learn the slang. He's got to learn the handshakes. I saw him try to give Boots some type of dap or something after the fight. He does those things, and they strategically learn those things. I wish my people would understand. These white people literally will sit at home in front of their mirror and practice giving a handshake in the mirror or trying to do this and that. Now, you think I'm lying, but I promise you, that's how weird these people are. But they do that, so when they come out in the real world and they get around you and they can do a little handshake or they know some slang or some rap music or some black history, whatever, then you say, oh man, this person, he might be all right. He might be invited to the cookout. You know how it goes from there. Now, I'll end it with this. You reference a lot on your channel, some books. So I will reference a scene from a book or from a movie that was written from a book. that tells you exactly what I'm talking about. The book called Trick Baby by Iceberg Slim was made into a movie in the 70s. I want everybody to go at some point today, type in on YouTube, Trick Baby Scene. And these white people are all at a dinner table. And you'll see exactly what Coach has referenced, what I've referenced here on the panel. This is how they talk about us behind the scenes. So I encourage everybody to go watch that scene on YouTube, and you'll see exactly what Eddie Hearn and his father really talk like when they're by themselves. But I appreciate it, Coach, and I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Thank you, brother. Shout out to our brother Patrice X for joining. I appreciate you, brother. Let me say this in closing. Like our brother pointed out, Clarissa Shields. There we go. I need my music to close out. Clarissa Shields, Bill Haney, they have shown that you can do it on your own. It might be a little tougher at first. But why are you afraid to let them go? Leave them. Leave them alone. You are the talent. You are the one people are coming to see. You don't need them the way you think you do. We are all we need. The proverbial cookout passes. Let me tell y'all something. Should nobody be giving out any more cookout passes until we get our stuff together? Because you all are giving out cookout passes. You're allowing people into your home. You're allowing them to go into the kitchen and throw food on the floor. Walk around on the good carpet with mud on their shoes, and you don't address them. You say nothing. And yes, our women see it. This is why when brothers get on these channels and act like they don't see what's going on, they are a direct threat to our manhood itself. Do you want to be known as the only group of men on earth that can be disrespected, our whole race, and still give people a fair shake and not be cognitive to the fact that this person don't mean me no good? At the same time, have hate in your heart for your brother. Like Patrice X just pointed out, if Bill was to say the same exact thing, are you not tired of your hypocrisy? If Bill was to say the same thing and say, I am the best in the business, nobody has a mouthpiece like me, ain't nobody moving in the sport like me, you all will call him cocky. You will say he needs to be humble. But when Eddie does it and he smiles in your face like a devil, you have no smoke for him. You'd come out and you defend him. Well, you know that he's a good guy. He really is just a good guy. I know him. I know him. That's what y'all love to do. I know him. And our women and children are looking up to us. So this is the solution. Like I always tell you, family, perfect love casts out all fear. You might not like Bill, but you need to get close to Bill to figure out what they got going on to get them to the success that they have, where they can become the masters of their own destiny. You know who don't gotta ask nobody, what he want next? Devin Haney. The only time they had that conversation is between father and son. Now think about that power for a second. The only time they have to have that conversation is when the father and the son decide who you want to fight next, son. What way do you want to go, son? If you all remember, when the thing first happened to Devin Haney, Bill said, I'm going to talk to my son and see if he even want to do this anymore. Because we so well off, we ain't even got to do this anymore. We ain't signed to no slave contract. That's power that you need. Let him go. Let that enemy go. You still being treated how we were treated 100 years ago. It's just not that somebody can dap your hand up, can bank head bounce with you, or whatever fruity dance they're doing now. You put your guard down. You allow them around your children. You allow them around your women. You let them talk crazy to you in front of the press. And then I don't know. I don't like it. You got all this rah-rah for everybody else, but you don't have the same energy for Jake Paul. You don't have the same energy for Caleb Plant. You don't have the same energy for Bob Arum, but you drag Don King like a dog. You drag him through the mud like a dog. But you better not say nothing about your favorite white massa. You better not say nothing about Jim Lampley, because one of you Negroes is coming to defend him. You better not say nothing about Larry Merchant. One of you are going to come and say, well, he was an old man then. It's always a defense. Bud Crawford beats Canelo. The very next week, you got brothers coming on here already praising people that ain't even from your tribe that calls you an N-word behind closed doors. They are enemies to our manhood, and I'm sick of it. Why do you think people feel like they can walk onto an HBCU campus and not have any fear of what the young men will do? Because people done got too comfortable. When I was a child, people didn't play with the men on our block. You was liable to lose your life. You was liable to meet God himself that day if you tried to mess with one of the children on our block. So don't tell me just keep it boxing. This is boxing. Boxing is more than just fighting in the ring. You have to fight with the principalities of spiritual wickedness and darkness on the outside of the ring at the same time. And we've been doing it since Jack Johnson got into the sport. Don't talk to me and tell me you don't know what I mean and you don't know what I'm talking about. How dare we let Clarissa Shields have more testicular fortitude than you? And you only got this smoke for each other. Think about all of the clashes that we done had in the sport of boxing. Y'all ain't ran up on not one of these devils that done disrespected us in ways that should be unforgivable. Well, there's a permanent consequence where we no longer rock with them. But now they're forcing Ryan Garcia down your throat. Yeah, that's right. They're forcing Ryan Garcia down your throat. Ring Magazine, we see you too. We got eyes too. But I can promise you, if you disrespect the small hat community, it's over for you. And that ain't a bad thing, because guess what? When people disrespect your family, that's what you're supposed to do. Make them feel it. But you're scared to death to stand up. Talking about you still want to give out a cookout pass. All of them passes should be revoked. It should be a congressional black caucus have to come forward to give out a pass. Boots puts on a great performance. He says what he wants. He says, I want Virgil Ortiz, Charlo, or Backraham. They get into the press conference and he's talking about something else. And then he sits up there and says, hey man, I'm the best promoter. I'm the best in the business. Well, Eddie, what kind of job did you do promoting this fight? Because if it was not for the people in the YouTube boxing content creator spaces, we didn't start talking about this fight again till last week. So where's the promotion money? See, these are the questions people need to be asking. We didn't see a lot of ads. We didn't see a lot of commercials. We didn't see too many promotion teams on the ground. Eddie, what are you doing if you're the best in the business? I don't care what y'all say, how you might feel about Bill. During this build-up to Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. have shown you what promoters should be doing and how they should be moving. So don't talk to me about you the best in the business. And family, I am here for my tribe. I'm not trying to kiss any of their rings. Because some of us just got to be here to tell it like it is. Our brother Patrice X, I want to give a shout out to you. My brother knew what he was doing when he started speaking like that. My brother knew that was going to get me fired up. I think he do it on purpose sometime. But let me say this, family. The fight never is just in the ring. Like my brother Drew Titan says, boxing is like a microcosm of life itself. And you need to be alert, alive, and be looking at all risks coming your way, especially as men in a climate like this one. So like I said, I give celebration to our brother Boots. But at the same time, I don't like the way Eddie Hearn gets to pop up like a knight in shining armor. Like he done did something special. When we doing the work. But family, I want to give a shout out to every single one of you that came and rocked with me. Let's see. Shout out to Jose Diaz. I want to give a shout out to my brother Eric Jordan for the Cash App. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Cameron Fields. My brother, the reason you all see me today, my brother Drew Titan, LLC in the house. My brother Patrice X, always coming in, giving us a thought that's going to set Coach off. Got to give a shout out to the messenger. I don't know why they keep putting different numbers on the end of your name, brother, but I know it's you. Who else? I think that's everybody. Oh, the Village Brothers. Shout out to you. My brother Freedom's March came in. Shout out to you. And shout out to the whole family. Well, I think that's all I got for you all today, family. We've been live for 1 hour and 17 minutes. I appreciate all of you coming in. Till next time, peace to the family, peace to my comrades, and it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO boxing fan. All praise is due to the Most High. We talking boxing talk. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sometimes like in boxing, life knock you down. Get up on both feet, we never accept defeat. Remove the chains off your mind and take your time. The truth teller's always on the front line. You COINTELPRO boxer fans, you're dead wrong. Spitting division and hate all day long. But I rebuke you spineless devils in the name of Jesus. And y'all know we really don't give a damn about your wicked motives, always trying to split the fam. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Sunday afternoon, I need to unwind. I grab a cup of tea and play my sister Sugar Free. Mom, her knowledge, she will set you free. But don't get it twisted, ain't nothing sweet. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. My brother Drew Titan early in the AM, always speaking facts about the code. All the truth tellers, yeah, they real bold. The General 78, yeah, he real cold. Need some boxing history, shout out to Stormy B. Queen Shawala always on the scene. And gotta give a shout out to our champ side. Getting us real facts, always down to ride. Now through one of these truth tellers you found me. Now let's talk boxing with Coach B. We talking boxing talk, so pay attention. God made you and I in his own image. Shout out to my brothers Freedom March, Patrice X, who helped me put this whole thing together, and my sister, the great honorable Dr. Cameron Fields, helping us get our minds right. Mind, body, and soul.